Ryan, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. This is going to be a great time to sit down and have some good conversations about whatever we want to talk about. We get to just span the topics. I want to read a passage right quick before we get started. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. It says, "For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." How do you stay in such good shape? And how old are you?
I'm 51.
Okay, 51.
Yes, 51 last November.
Mm-hmm.
So God has graced me with 51 great years on this planet.
It's wonderful. It is wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Take my blessings. I'm very fortunate enough that I've got two very healthy parents, 82, 83.
Wow.
They're every day they're walking, every day they're in the gym. I talked to my mom earlier today, and she's off to do water aerobics in Naples, Florida. So,
nice.
So I think I was probably brought up in a family that being healthy and staying in shape was center to life.
Yeah.
And I have always done it. I just have always been, first thing in the morning. When I'm traveling, which is often first thing in the morning, I am typically not trying to find gyms or hotels that are in locations that are perfect. I'm actually looking at a gym as opposed to how great the bed is. I guess that's the best way to say it. So I think it is, it has to be part of your life in all aspects, and not just the working out, but also how you take care of yourself. And I think that's center. I'm lucky I've got two kids. My son, who you know very well, he's always sending me clips of different foods and different hacks and this, and he's trying it. And these are the eggs you should be eating, and this is the water you should be drinking. And I like it because it also, as you get older, you're not as aware as you think you are. And so it's nice to have a companion that also really believes in health and fitness. And I always try to encourage that with my kids, but you have to be the one that does it as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a whole holistic view at how you approach life. And that is, the food that you eat and the things that you do. You try to cheat death to some degree, but it really isn't about cheating death. It's about trying to live this life to the fullest. That's the best way to that's the best way to describe working out. And it's a drug. If I don't do it, it will hurt my mental. And I really can't have that. If I take a day off, yesterday was pretty chilly. I took a day off. I needed the day off, and I took the day off, and I don't have guilt. But first thing in the morning, I'm at the gym. Get one, you don't get two. So that's my approach.
Sometimes you have to listen to your body and take a day off.
You should.
But keeping that everyday routine of getting there pays off, not only physically, but like you said, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. It is huge. 100%. Just like our passage said, discipline sometimes when you're doing it seems painful.
Yes.
But later, it's actually pleasant.
Yeah. The pain is good.
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you this. How many times a week do you work out?
Typically 6.
6, okay.
Yeah, with one day off. And in that 6, it could be a day that I just go in there. I know this is kind of strange, gentleman, but I do believe a lot of things he says, and that's David Goggins.
Oh, yeah.
David Goggins he went through a real period of he couldn't get up out of bed. So he started this real hardcore stretching routine where he would stretch for 2 hours. He does everything a little nuts, right?
Yeah, yep.
You don't necessarily have to follow his incredibly strange workout routine. But as you get older and you start getting the aches and pains, and I did some things in pickleball with my shoulder that I screwed it up, and you could go to modern medicine. Or you could take an ulterior motive, and I kind of took an ulterior motive, and I actually I got helped really by Craig. And a lot of the things that he does to warm up his arms. Yeah. And it was here. So we're talking about a labrum or, just an issue with your shoulder. And he's like, Dad, do this. And I just incorporated that into every single time I go into the gym, I do this routine. Yeah. So I am warming up my body, my back, my legs, everything. Even if I'm not doing legs, I'm warming up my legs. I'm doing 30 minutes of stretching before I ever touch a weight. And I just realized, quite frankly, from my son that if I don't incorporate the stretching into my daily routine, I am going to feel it. And I'm going to hurt myself further.
Yeah.
And I've essentially almost repaired it. I mean, it's still a little pop, but you know, for the most part, it's okay at 51. You're going to have some pops.
You're going to.
Yeah.
It's just
Pops
inevitable. What kind of workouts do you do during the week? Those 6 days that you're in there, are they different? Do they stagger? What does it look like?
They're always going to be different for the most part. I might pick up on that last day where I did the very first workout of the week, but for the most part, I'm trying to hit all my body parts, sometimes multiple times. Like I'm doing legs a couple times a week.
That's great.
Just to, you know, your legs are, I mean, gluteus maximus is your largest muscle, so you need to work it out. And I think
supposedly that's supposed to boost your testosterone.
It's supposed to boost your testosterone,
which is
I'm
great.
looking for.
Hey, man.
Looking for as much as I can possibly can get.
I am too.
So yeah. So working out, stretching. Like last week, I was in Florida. It was a beautiful day. I had worked out in the morning. It was nice in the afternoon. I was done with work. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. Walk the beach. It was great.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you can get in. You put a podcast in.
Yeah.
Put a podcast in and walk the beach for 5-6 miles, and you know, feel pretty darn good about yourself.
Right.
Get a little vitamin D. There's nothing wrong with you. Not getting it today, but
right. Not getting it today. Right. So you're working out 6 days a week, and probably that's a huge feat for a lot of people. But there's something else that is as vital as the working out, and that is the food. Yeah. What are some of those kind of maybe hard and fast principles that you go by as you're looking at what you're going to put into your body?
Absolutely.
And I will say in full disclosure, I am not a huge fan of medicine.
Yeah, me neither.
I think we are an overprescribed population.
Would agree.
We have, instead of looking at what we're putting into our body, and I've been guilty of this in the past. That's why I've learned this from a very personal way. We have issues or something with our body, and it's go to the doctor, and the doctor who's taken maybe a day's worth of training on nutrition.
Exactly.
It's always about his specific field and the medicine.
Without a doubt.
And that's it. So what is the doctor going to think? Okay, here's your problem. Here's the medicine. But what about what we're putting into our bodies? So for you, what does that look like?
Got to be 80-20 rule, right? So I think there's always, if you do 100% all the time, that's probably not that healthy.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for your brain.
Yeah.
And, you know, quote unquote cheat day, if you will, or a cheat meal, if you will. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, half the pie when you're at your in-laws' house that they made, you know, it's okay. But if you live by the principle of the 80% of the time you're eating healthy, like when I'm on the road, which I'm on the road a lot, you know, finding something of nutrition is not easy.
No.
Last week, I'm at the gym. It's 5 o'clock. Done with my day. I'm sitting here and it's perfect. I'm at Jacksonville Beach. I'm working the Jacksonville Veterans Administration all day long. Get done. Don't even go to my hotel. I go immediately to Crunch Fitness. Crunch Fitness. Well, in that Crunch Fitness parking lot was a Fresh Market.
Oh, wow.
Fresh Market is your friend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And you have to find those things that are inside of there that are healthy. You know, grab some nuts. Grab some grass-fed jerky that you keep in your car.
Yeah.
And when you're hungry at lunch, instead of going to get that Chick-fil-A sandwich, which you really want, along with the fries and the Coke,
right?
Don't do that.
No.
Grab some beef jerky.
Yep.
Get your water in a metal can, filled up out of a filter.
So why do you say metal? Let's dive into that just for a second.
Metal because of the plastics that, quite frankly, our society, from day one of the binky to
it's true.
To the 50-year-old, you've ingested way too much plastic. And that's a real problem with a lot of things in society.
Yeah, and I don't think most people understand that because we're guzzling out of plastic bottles, bottled water, right? And most people don't understand there's nanoplastics
100%.
In that water. Yep. You're consuming that water. Yes. You're consuming the plastics. And some people would say, oh, it's fine. You'll just digest it. It'll go out. No, it actually can cross the blood-brain
100%.
Barrier. And now we've got issues with our endocrine system.
Yes.
And we've got cancer pouring out of our ears in the United States.
Low birth rates, all of those wonderful things that we look on the map, and modern medicine will tell you, take this pill for it.
That's it.
And instead, you could actually be doing something every single day to try to eliminate those things, because they're not going to tell you that. Dasani's trying to sell bottled water.
Oh, yeah.
All day long.
Absolutely.
And you get on a plane.
Yeah.
And you get a little plastic bottle.
Yep.
And it's very tough because sometimes you're thirsty and you have to drink it. Again, 80-20, right?
Right. 80-20.
When you're at your house, take your metal canister, or go get a glass.
Yeah.
Go get glass.
That's right.
If you drink out of the plastic over and over again, you're still ingesting plastics into your body.
Yeah.
So
that's huge. I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that's a place where a lot of people don't have the awareness. Exactly. And I think it's where we can really help a lot of people by spreading that message. So you're looking at eating things that have one or two ingredients in the food?
One or two ingredients. Try to, a Panera salad with some chicken on top of it is, with balsamic vinaigrette or something that's not, a heavy ranch-based or mayonnaise-based. I try to stay away from that stuff. I mean, you have to be, it sounds hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's very easy to go to a Steak and Shake. It's very easy to go to Chick-fil-A. It's very easy to do those things. And sometimes you have no choice.
Right.
I'm in a small little southern town that doesn't, and you're starving, and, your body's telling you have to ingest food. Quite frankly, having those things around in your car that you can grab for your satiety is extremely important. It's also, I lived on beef jerky. Lived on beef jerky. Beef jerky can be your friend.
Yeah.
But you also need to read the back.
You do.
If you're
One
ever
or
in
two
Cordele,
ingredients.
Georgia, there's a place called Stripling's.
Oh.
So they have beef cattle in the back on this property. It's a little gas station. It's the hack of all hacks, and they serve beef jerky from those cows. They also have a meat shop in the back. If I'm ever off of Georgia 300 in Cordele, Georgia, I go by Stripling's and I grab beef jerky. It's very expensive, but it is well worth it. It's the best beef jerky you've ever had in your entire life.
I love it.
So there you go.
I love it. Oh, man. Well, so you obviously look at what you eat. I'm glad the dog's joining us in the middle of the podcast. That's good. So you're working out. You're checking out your food, one or two ingredients. How about, and you brought this up a minute ago, a little bit of sunlight.
You need to touch grass, and you need to see the sun.
I love it. Yeah.
You need to touch grass, and you need to see the sun. And it's typically, if you can do it, it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
If you can go out and you can look at that sun, some days, like yesterday, you weren't going to see the sun. But today, it's cold.
Yeah.
Go outside, go on your back porch, see the sun.
Right.
Go outside your hotel room and look at the sun. Go outside and be part of the sun.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very important, I think, for us, what's important, what's in our DNA as human beings. Our DNA is the sun, fire to men.
That's right.
My wife hates fire pits.
Yeah.
Hates fire pits. I make a fire pit, invite friends over. And she's like, the women just don't really like the fire pits. It's like, it's not in your DNA.
It is in the guys.
It's in
we love
our
it.
DNA.
Yeah.
Our DNA is to make that fire, because then we're warm and we're actually going to eat a hot meal. And I do believe it's part of your DNA. I do change when I'm around fire. I do change when I see the sun. I do change when I walk outside my bare feet and touch my grass.
Yeah.
It does something to your body.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for us. I think it's godly.
I think so too. I think you touched on something. It's really what you just said is a health homeostasis when it comes to light. You said early morning sunlight, which I think has been huge. One of the guys who's been pushing a lot of this has been Huberman.
Yes.
His podcast is incredible.
Yes.
Sunlight in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so low light, but it's still good for you to get it in there. Supposedly, from what I understand from research, is it begins to release something called adenosine, which is what needs to build up in your brain to put you to bed at night. Yeah. Now, the nighttime light that you just spoke of was fire, which is a low light.
Yep.
It's at night, and it's low to prepare you to release those chemicals so that you want to go to bed.
Yep.
And so light has this huge part, and everything that we do, it's affecting our lives.
And you don't realize it.
No, and it affects your hormones, it affects your moods, your overall health. We've been sold a lie, I believe, and that is stay out of the sun. You're going to get sun cancer, stay out of the sun. I think...
I'm fortunate enough that I've always kind of had a little bit of a dark complexion, a little melanin in my skin.
Right.
And the suntan lotion companies aren't going to like this. I've never worn suntan lotion in my entire life. And I've heard it from a million people.
Yeah.
And now what's coming out? Suntan lotions are actually what's causing cancer. And I look at my friends and I'm like, I told you. Now to my Irish friend that sees the sun and wilts immediately, he's like, I don't care. I'm in pain. I'm like, oh, good Lord, bless me with something different. But I agree. I mean, I'm attracted to the sun.
Yeah.
And I think it's in my DNA. I know that, to me, a summer day, you're going to cut your grass with a shirt off. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear this.
No.
Last time I checked, my card still says man.
That's true.
Sorry.
Well, the working out, the eating, and the sunlight then all play into what we've heard as the superpower of the human, and that is sleep. Talk to me a little bit about sleep. Like, how much do you sleep? Do you have a routine for sleep? Those kind of things.
I'm an early riser.
Okay.
So I'm an early riser because Monday through Friday I'm going. I'm in another city. I'm trying to get to. My work is in the Veterans Administration. I'm medical device and Veterans Administration. Been doing it for 20 plus years, a long time.
Yeah.
Serving veterans, and you got to get in there early.
Yeah.
You get in there early, you get your job done. You're usually working with vets throughout the day in multiple different departments. You really need to be up on your game. Yeah. And so that means you're probably getting up at about 5:30 every morning. Get in, hit it hard, hit the gym. If I can, I try to find a Crunch Fitness that has a sauna. I like to hit the sauna in the morning. It's just another thing, like touching grass and seeing sun. To me, the sauna, it's so good for you. 4 days, 20 minutes. It's all you need, over 175.
Whoa.
That's what sauna does for your body. It helps your body throughout like right now, we're in the end of January. It's cold.
Yeah.
The sickness is off the chart, right? You can look at every virus known to man, and right now it's heavy. You spend 4 days a week in the sauna, and I promise you, you are going to alleviate a lot of the viruses that are trying to get in your body. Listen, the Finnish, the Norwegians, all those wonderful people that are way up north in Europe, they have white papers and studies about cold plunge and sauna for centuries about how good it does for the human body, and it is good for you. It's good for you to sweat.
Yeah.
We talk about microplastics. Well, guess what? There's other things that you eat, and they're called metals. The only way you get them out is through the sauna. And you do get microplastics out through sauna, but it's just good for your body to get those things out. And it's painful.
It is.
We just talked about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pain isn't always a bad thing. Pain is also a good thing. You can spend 20. I try to sometimes go 30, which is probably a little bit too much.
Right.
But if I feel a sickness coming on, no doubt I'm in the sauna the next morning or even that afternoon. Wow. Get it out. Get it out.
So do you tend to go to bed at a certain time every night?
Yeah. If I am at my house, weekends sometimes a little bit longer, but I'm at 10 o'clock. Sometimes earlier.
Yeah.
It just depends on what my next day is. But
so roughly you're getting, 7.5 hours
definitely
ish of sleep.
Yep.
That's incredible. But I think that's where a lot of people don't realize that sleep
that's important.
Heals, repairs, restores the body.
I think it's a homogenous thing, right? It's all the things that you do. If then you only get 5 hours of sleep, you've kind of wrecked a lot of the things, a lot of the good points that you got throughout the day.
Yeah.
Right? You get the points of eating well. You get the points of working out. You get the points of living in Christ.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the point of trying to be a good human. You get the point of going and serving veterans and doing your job to the fullest. You get all those points. But if you don't sleep at the end of the night, and again, it's hard, right? We've all gone through it where you have tough things going on in your life. And, you know, your kids, you're worried about them. They're off to college and you can't control something. And you got to put that stuff to bed, to rest. You got to hit that pillow and you got to come up with a routine.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. I've gone through it, you know, dark times where, you know, you're in between jobs or, you know, you're worried about something. And a lot of times it's kids.
You're right.
But you got to put it to bed and you got to figure out a way to, quite frankly, talk to God.
Yeah, that's right. That's
I mean,
right.
one of the things that I always do is typically when I wake up, and typically when my head hits that pillow is just thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for the day and the day that's about to come. And
Right.
of get in a good mindset of sleeping hard. Now, my wife tells me I snore. So that's the next thing on my agenda, which I'm a little nervous about. But, you know, at 51 and snoring, that's also not good.
No, you're right.
I have to recognize that as something that's an achievable goal.
Yeah.
That, you know, I'm going to probably start with the mouthpiece. 'Cause I've heard that works. And if I keep getting told by my lovely bride that isn't necessarily doing the job, then I'll have to go to mask, which I'm
Well,
trying to avoid.
there's a great book by Matthew Walker. He's a doctor, specializes in sleep. I read the book twice because at one point I was having difficulty sleeping.
Sure.
And one of the things he talks about, obviously, is before you go to bed, taking a warm shower, relaxes the body.
Yep.
But you've got to elevate the core temperature of your body so that it can then drop when you get in the bed to go to sleep.
That is a really important thing. So U.S. Army, they did a study on the perfect temperature to sleep. The perfect temperature. You know, they're nuts about all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Naps. How long do you nap, and what temperature do you need to be at?
Yeah.
64 degrees. Wow.
Seems a bit chilly to some people, I'm sure.
I keep my room at 64 degrees. I keep it at 64.
Yeah.
And it's a little chilly, but it does work. And you sleep very good. You get those warm blankets around you. You get your cocoon in, and it's cold outside. It's cold in your room, but the U.S. Army doesn't lie, would they?
No. Well, I think you brought something very, very helpful, and that is the breathing aspect. I have, and it's a goal that I was shooting for, and I was trying to train my body for the last 2 years on breathing through my nose while I sleep. You can Google it, look it up. It's amazing to see all the health benefits of sleeping and breathing through your nose the whole time. Well, there's a lot of athletes who are taping their mouths shut when they go to sleep at night, so they're forced to breathe through your nose. At Harrison, this is what I do as the hitting coach. We literally spend time doing breathing exercises so that when we're hitting more like Ohtani. If you've ever watched Ohtani, he gets to the plate, he never opens his mouth the whole time. From the time he walks up to the plate, he's just breathing through the nose.
I've never noticed that.
To calm the brain, to relax. Oh, he's decent. You know, good. I think he's done a few things. But I give the guys 3 things when they come up to hit, and that is breathe, balance, back up the middle, right? But it starts with that breathing.
Definitely.
Breathing is huge. And there are times where I may have a stopped up nose or something, which is rare. But if I do, maybe I'm starting to breathe out of my mouth a little bit more. Adrian will let me know about it. Yeah. You know, you were breathing out of your
mouth breathing, buddy.
That's right. And it was loud.
I left.
So that's right.
You notice I wasn't here anymore?
So speaking not only of sleep, but what about any kind of supplements, vitamins, any of that kind of stuff that you may take?
Lots of vitamins. I'm a huge believer in creatine.
Okay.
Creatine every day.
Yeah.
Max amount.
Yeah.
When you think it's enough, take more. I mean, creatine to me is lifeblood. My son and I both take creatine. You know, Craig takes creatine. You know, he'll go on and come off and go on it, and same with me, because you kind of need some time to go off of it,
flush it out.
And I miss it when I'm off of it. It's so good for cognitive function. It's so good for muscle recovery. It's just, it's a cheap supplement.
It is.
It's super important for women.
Yeah.
All the studies now are about women and cognitive function for women, and every single time I try like heck to get Courtney to start taking creatine.
Yeah.
She'll come around. I'm going to start putting it in the food, and she won't notice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think that's the part most people realize, is that you can only get a minuscule amount in a steak.
Yeah.
Creatine is so low in a steak.
Very much so.
But it is cheap in a supplement.
Very cheap.
And there are so many health benefits. You're literally pulling, what it does is pulls water into the muscle cell. Yep. In the muscle cell, then you can actually grow. You can actually have 100%. The proper hydration for the cognitive functions.
It forces you to drink water.
It does.
And that's a great thing, because you need to drink water.
Out of a glass.
Out of a glass or metal.
Out of metal. That's right. That's
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
That, and when I had a shoulder issue, I really looked heavy into peptides. And so I started taking the BPC 157, which is a peptide. It's 14 amino gastric peptides, which are naturally occurring. The lining of your stomach is pretty strong.
Yeah.
It eats a lot of weird things on a regular basis, and those are really strong amino acids. And that peptide definitely helped. I could feel it. Not only gut health, because it's great for gut health, but it does an amazing job of tendon health.
Whoa.
I took it orally. Yeah. Right? You can take it many different forms. I wasn't quite in the shooting of, I'm not there.
I get it.
But I could see the benefits of it. And I've started to really look at other peptides as well. There's some that are on the market that are doing some pretty amazing things. So, as I get older, I'm looking at how I can incorporate peptides into staying healthy, staying strong.
Yeah.
Staying upright.
That's right. Upright. That's the biggest thing. I spent a lot of time with people at Sterling Estates, which was a retirement home. 100%. And one fall could put them in a chair for the rest of their life. And it really is about balance. And there are exercises that I'm showing the guys who are in high school that they basically help with your hip flexors to loosen those up so that you're able to squat. You're able to keep your balance more. But you're so right. It is a balance issue. Upright. We were made to stay upright. We're sitting right now, but I can tell you, for a majority of the day, I don't sit.
Yeah,
I stand up and move around because honestly, that's how we were created. That's 100%. What we were created for, is to move around. Yep. So, man, these are really helpful. Any other supplements, vitamins, anything else you can think of that you?
I take magnesium.
Okay.
I take just a normal men's multivitamin.
Okay.
I eat my body weight in protein every single. I try to eat my body weight in protein.
Yeah, 1 gram per pound of body weight, something like that.
1 pound per gram of body weight. Yeah, okay. So if you can put 180 grams of protein in your body through eating, and of course protein shakes, which I'm going to try to do every day.
Yeah.
That's when. It's going to throw your creatine in. Maybe throw your AG1 in. AG1's another one that I like to use as well.
All the greens and stuff.
All the greens, all the minerals, all those things that you're probably going to get. Another hack, sea salt, Celtic sea salt.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I start getting the headache, so I made, about 2 years ago, I was probably taking way too much Advil.
Oh.
Anytime I get a little headache, and then I just read about all the bad in ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And my wife was the one that pointed out, she's like, you eat that stuff like candy.
Man.
And it was aches and pains and this normal growing old stuff. Oh, an Advil, that's pretty much nothing.
Right.
And I have unless I really need it, it is not in my life anymore.
Yeah.
Your body's dehydrated often.
You're right.
Celtic sea salt, you can get a bag on Amazon for $5.
Yeah.
Celtic sea salt is I take a little dip in the morning, grab a little pinch, put it in my mouth, suck it down with water. I'm on my way. Headaches kind of go away because you're dehydrated.
I want to back up and give validity to what you're saying. I used to get headaches quite often. And I'm so stubborn, I wouldn't even take ibuprofen. My wife is like, golly, give me a break.
Yeah.
But I grabbed some of the sea salt off of Amazon, and it's like from the Sea of Cortez or something.
Exactly, same thing.
Incredible stuff. It's actually distributed here in Marietta.
Okay.
I didn't even know that until I
might
looked
have
on
the
the
same
back.
one. Blue bag?
Blue bag, little white.
same
Oh,
thing.
it's incredible.
Yeah. Great.
But I've been putting it on my scrambled eggs every morning. I can't honestly
still salt.
It's still salt. I can't tell you the last time. But I mean, it's hydrating you because it has the minerals in it that we don't usually get from the table salt.
Just like the food pyramid that we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
They're not, all salt is not bad.
No.
We need salt.
We do.
We definitely need
right.
salt, and we definitely are hydrated human beings.
And really the
dehydrated
natural organic salt that comes
100%.
out of a sea instead of the man-made, sorry, Morton's,
Sorry,
salt, that's another huge part of it, because I know there's a lot of people dealing with headaches and those kind of things, and if they start taking it, and it is just very dirt cheap, but it's
and the stuff that you're being pushed right now, right? So you're getting the IVs and all the stuff that they're selling. Well, look at the backbone. There's a bunch of sugar in that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're trying to help yourself. You're just trying to stay hydrated.
Yep.
And you didn't read the ingredients again. That Celtic sea salt versus the liquid IV.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, liquid IV. I don't know if they were trying to be a sponsor, but they're not now.
No sponsor.
It's $5 versus a lot.
A lot of
Liquid
money.
IV is very expensive.
Plus a
That's
lot of
high
sugar, like you said, which sugar is the key of cancer. It feeds on it. And we all have cancer. And most people realize that.
Absolutely.
We all have it. It's just a matter of are you feeding that cancer to your body?
There's many of your listeners who have battled cancer. Many of your listeners have family members that have battled cancer. Every single one of their oncologists on day one, when they step in there, they're going to tell them to do two things: stop drinking alcohol, sugar, complex carbohydrates.
That's it.
Stop refined sugars.
Yeah.
That's one thing the oncologist is going to tell you on day one when you step in that door.
Right.
Go ahead and start limiting it right now before you get it.
Yeah.
Because sugars are going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That little bit, those gummy bears, which I like.
Right.
Again, 80-20. You can have a handful.
Yeah.
Just don't have a bag every night because those will kill you.
Yeah. I've been trying to supplement this kind of stuff with blueberries.
Yes.
Just so I can throw that in there. But you said something a minute ago that I want to go back to. There has been a huge turn in the consumption of alcohol in the United States of America. I don't know the specific number. I think it was like $22 million down in sales last year in 2025.
It's a good thing.
It is. And I'm not against alcohol. I'm not against drinking.
No, me neither.
I'm not a prohibitionist.
Yeah.
Right? I am for health for people. And I believe that what they're finally people realizing is that it's a poison.
Yeah.
And for guys in particular, it lowers your testosterone.
Definitely.
And we need the testosterone, especially the older we get. It automatically starts to decline.
Absolutely.
So why would you add the alcohol? And it elevates your estrogen, so you're promoting fat storage. Yeah. I'm out when it comes to fat storage, okay? I mean, honestly, you don't have a dad bod. And that's why I wanted to ask you this question, because there's a lot of guys who are like, I don't want to have a dad bod. I had a dad bod a few years ago, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, I got to do something.
You do. I mean, you have to be very conscious of it. It's the things that you're putting into this.
That's it.
It's one important thing on your esophagus. you gotta really be in one with what you're eating and drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure. The thing is, to me, if you have a couple of alcoholic drinks, how much water did you drink that day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to be very conscious of the things that you're eating and drinking. Yeah. And to me, it's a rule of threes. Mm-hmm. It's coffee.
Yeah.
There's not a lot in my coffee.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a little bit of half and half, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Never put sugar.
Yeah.
That's been gone for years and years and years.
Right.
Water all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an unsweet tea from time to time, but that's even very rare.
Yeah.
It's mostly water. And if you want to have a light beer, go for it.
Right.
Have a beer, but don't have six.
Yeah.
Have one with your steak.
Yeah.
That's fine. Have a glass of wine if you like it.
Yeah.
When you drink a bottle, you realize the next day it's probably not going to be good. You're going to go back to your dehydrated.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't have the sea salt and you didn't have the water.
Yeah.
You're dehydrated the rest of your morning, and you wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to be. Your body is your temple.
Yeah.
You don't get two.
No.
You get one.
That's it.
And you're paying for the sins of your former self.
That's right.
Either it was the night before or the years before, you are going to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots of things you can do in the meantime, and those are something that they're not going to be done by diet. diet is a 4-letter word, and there's a reason why it's a 4-letter word. Yeah. It's not good.
No.
It's a lifestyle.
That's it.
And you have to live it.
Lifestyle.
Every day. Water, coffee,
yeah.
Beer or wine, fine.
Yeah.
But don't have too much.
Yeah. I think you said something really helpful, and it was full of a lot of wisdom. You said earlier, going for a walk.
Yeah.
Just walking. 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I weighed 26 pounds heavier.
Wow.
And I had some health issues. Sure. I was carrying too much body weight, and I started walking the dog in the morning.
Good for you.
Walking the dog at night. In the morning to get that sunlight, right? So that the cortisol and all that starts to flow, which is a good thing in the morning, right? And then I'd walk the dog at night because the sun's going down, and we get that different low light, so that it's putting me to a rest situation, so I can go to bed and I can sleep. But that walking, it wasn't running. It wasn't doing sprints.
Yeah, I gave up on running after my second knee surgery.
There you go.
It's like I'm done with that.
No.
Why do I hurt so bad in my hip?
Yeah.
This is dumb.
It really is. I mean, the body's not meant to take that kind of a beating for long periods of time.
I'm a 70-year-old ultra marathoner, said no one ever.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
right.
If they are, they're nuts.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. That's amazing. It's an amazing feat. Not me.
Yeah. Wow.
Not I.
So what you're really laying before us is master the mundane. Number one, move, get up and move, work out multiple times a week.
Yep.
Watch what you're eating, 1 or 2 ingredients in the food at max.
100%.
You're looking to get sleep, good quality sleep, which stems from the food and the workout.
Absolutely.
Right? And then supplementing with some things. And it's supplementing. It comes after the food.
100%.
It's just there to add to it, to help with it, to foster a more of a greenhouse effect of helping your body.
100%.
And the sunlight.
It's layers, right? You do all of those things throughout the week to try to make yourself feel great, to be at your best, to your peak performance. No different than when I'm having conversations on a daily basis about Craig at Georgia Southern. Mm-hmm. How's your day?
Yeah.
Good workout?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep last night? I slept great, Dad.
Uh-huh.
Did you get your meals in? Yeah, I got my meals in. I feel good. I'm on my 3rd meal. It's 1. And all those things that he's building to be a performance machine, right? Mm-hmm. I kind of need to do the exact same thing. Mine isn't about pitching at Georgia Southern. Mine is to go be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And I'm in sales.
Yeah.
If I don't show who I am, this is the canvas that God gave me.
Yeah.
I don't get another one. Sure, I'd like more hair. Sure, I'd like to not be as gray. Sure, all those. But you know what? You're not changing any of that stuff. So move past it. And the canvas that you received at 51 years old, it's yours.
Yeah.
Now live the best possible version of yourself. Yeah. And I love it when people come, you're 51? I'm like, yeah, I'm every bit of 51. They're like, you don't look it. Yeah. You're like, well, that's good. That's a compliment. Yeah. That means I did some things. I'm not saying that, don't compliment me on, anything of the facade.
Right.
Compliment the fact that, you look like you're in shape.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're presenting yourself the way that you should be presenting in a healthcare space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I've got to do.
That's right.
I'm going to tell somebody about being healthy.
Right.
Every day.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
That's like the doctor, the physician that's telling you need to lose weight and they're 60 BMI over baseline. Mm-hmm. And you go, but you're not.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you're telling me too.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really a great relationship that we're having here.
No.
And so to me, I'm talking to 75-year-olds or 80-year-olds or 85-year-olds that, going back to balance, that don't have balance impairment. Because I work in a space in the Veterans Administration that I am working with physical therapy, I'm working with neurology, I'm working with podiatry, and these are veterans who are in a really tough spot.
Yeah.
The bottom of their feet, the nerve endings have essentially stopped communicating with their brain. So their balance is impaired. They're falling. They're having all kinds of issues from whatever. Most of them Agent Orange, type 2 diabetes, alcoholism, post-chemotherapy. They're in a really tough spot. I'm kind of their light. You know, I was last Friday. I was at Gainesville, and I was working with a female, she's 52, type 2 diabetes. She did 4 combat deployments between Afghanistan and Iraq.
Wow.
I think she had some burn pit issues as well, so she's got some neurological complications. And she was just asking me for advice. And I started saying, do you take creatine? Like the little things that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm trying. She's like, I'm trying. You probably don't look like it, but I'm down 35 pounds over the last 6 months. Wow. And I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She's like, all these little things. She goes, I walk every single day, and I'm trying. It's just these feet. I can't feel my feet. I'm falling all over the place. I said, guess what? Unfortunately, those aren't growing back.
Yeah.
Right? That your nerve endings aren't growing back. But I'm going to give you a device that's going to help you with your balance, and that's awesome. But now, God's given you He's given you one little thing here today. Now go do something with it.
Yeah.
Your balance is back. Now go walk.
Yeah.
Go set another goal, whatever that is. I want to go 1 more mile. Go 1 more mile.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself, but go 1 more mile. And think about those things that you do. And she's like, that's really great advice. And I was like, well, I live it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really tough to tell somebody who's in a really tough spot. It's in a way worse spot than you've ever been.
Right.
But what I see every single day is a lot of people that, for whatever reason, unfortunately got to the place in their life that they're in a rough spot. Their health is in a rough spot. And you just go, these are my parents. Every day I look at the veterans that I serve as my dad or my mom.
Yeah.
What am I going to do to help this person today? And it's very fulfilling. It's a mission. And it's very fulfilling because you get to look into the eyes of these folks who have fought for us. And Agent Orange, they didn't know.
Yeah. Nope.
They're out in the field. You know, they're already in a terrible position for, 365 days because that was the tour in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And now they come back and the neurological complications come and hit them when they're past 50, 60 years old and they don't know what's happening to their body. And you sit there and you're like, what? You didn't get the right card. But now you got to deal with it.
That's right.
You can cry. You can sit on the couch. You can do nothing.
Right. And
your life just goes exponentially downwards. Or you can take what you have and you can actually do something with it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I look at pharmaceutical companies. I look at medical device. I've been in those spaces. There's bad and good in all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's bad and good in all of them. I have always tried to have a job that is very much service connected, that is fulfilling, that helps patients with, quite frankly, restoring their balance. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. And to me, I get connected to the patient.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I get to actually see this thing on them. I get to walk and talk with them. At the end of the day, I know everything about their family. I know their kids. I know everything about them. And I thank them.
Yeah.
And I get that. And it's awesome. As I look at the veterans and the Veterans Administration, and they have been, quite frankly, they have been given a raw deal by our government.
Yeah.
They really have. And anything that we can possibly do to help those folks, that's my goal in life.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you for doing that. Thank you for that service.
Great job.
Because, it is one of those that my dad obviously is a veteran.
Yeah.
He fought in Vietnam. He was on an aircraft carrier and was working on the planes, on the flight deck. And he has a lot of health issues now, and he's been fighting with the VA for a long time on getting help and compensation on all this stuff that he had no idea. He's just there to serve his country. So thank you for how you're serving those who need to be served now after they've served others. Question for you: did you play any sports in high school?
I did. I played football, and I was on the track team. I was a sprinter.
Yeah.
I did the probably the dumbest sport on track, and that's the 300 high hurdles.
Oh wow!
And I loved them.
Yeah.
I did the 300 high hurdles. I did 4x2, 400, and 4x4. I was one of those that I liked the really tough sprint, the one that right when you get to the very end, you get punched right in the stomach. Yeah, that was me.
You're glad for punishment.
I was always fast. I was always very quick, wide receiver wise. I was always, fast white kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, luckily my brother-in-law who played at Harrison, Adam Poe, and myself passed down genes to my son, and he was pretty quick.
He was fast.
Well. Still is pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Yeah. I always wish that, the spring, I always wish that he had a chance to run track, which obviously with playing baseball, there's no chance of that, but he probably would have been a pretty good sprinter. But yeah, I learned at that age how important your body as a temple meant. Mm-hmm. I had a really good strength and conditioning coach. I had a really good head coach. I actually worked for my head coach post high school. He had a painting company that he'd only select a couple guys from his team every year to come work for him in the summer and paint houses. And it was great because great relationship with the man, loved him to death, still love him to death. And, like you have been for my son, and like Elkins has been for Craig, and all the coaches who he's had in his corner. Yeah. It's important to have coaches as mentors. I think it's really, really important. He's a member of our church. I knew his daughter. It was a community like we have at Harrison. These kids can see adults that can give them different advices at their parents. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they're a lot of the same and it's cohesive, but a lot of times it's good to tell them something and they come back. Mickey told me. You're like, I've been telling you that for 15 years. But Coach Mickey said it's different. Okay, well, whatever.
It's those multiple exposures. It's different voices sometimes. And it happened to me when I was a kid in the same way.
And it's okay. And it's good.
But I think that's how God orchestrates it sometimes. He puts different people in your life so that at different times they'll say the exact same thing, maybe in a different, just colloquialisms, but they'll say the same thing.
Absolutely.
And then you're like, hey. Yeah, okay. And then you go back home and you're talking, you're like, oh, that is what you said.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Duh.
I just said it different in a different voice. It's okay.
That's right. Yeah. Well, speaking of family, you're at a point in life where now you have 2 kids that are out of the house.
Yes.
It's a different season of life.
Wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
And I know you guys and y'all have a fondness with one another. You love each other. You care for one another. You're there to support each other all the time. And some families that may be watching this are probably saying, what are some things we could implement? What can we do? So could you give maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or however many you want pieces of advice?
Yeah, I think the one thing that we instilled, and I learned this from my parents, was no matter whatever your situation is, you got late practice here, you got this, everybody's a million, eat as a family. We always ate as a family. Even if it was Craig's Harrison game, didn't get done till 9:15, put a crock pot on, we sat, we ate as a family. Yeah. And the rule that we had at the dinner table was always, this is your safe space. Mm-hmm. Anything that you share in this space, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter if it's drugs in the bathroom that you saw or this or whatever. Yeah. It's on the table. Yeah. There's no judgment.
Right.
There's no, now you're in trouble for telling me. This is your safe space. Whatever decisions that you've made or whatever you want to talk about, this is the space to do it. Yep. You're looking across to somebody that you love, and you've had lots of great moments. Mm-hmm. Lots of great moments. And so funny because I was with Craig. I was down at Georgia Southern, and I took him to dinner. And, it was one of those, I filled up his cachet of meats and lasagnas.
Yeah, lasagna, that's right.
And he was like, Dad, he's like, I look back, that was one of the greatest parts of growing up. It was just those moments, and I can't wait to do that with my kids. You just go, you got to pass that along. Yeah. And he tells you, so many of my friends, like to this day, I talk about that, and they're like, usually it's like scurry over this, and somebody's over here, and Dad's in the den, and no judgment if you do that, but to me, it was just so important to sit across from a family and talk.
Yes.
And, if I was to give one piece of advice, start incorporating it. Mm-hmm. You only get your kids for 18 years, but you can do that.
Yeah.
And then they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad
Mm-hmm.
because I wish every moment that I was still at the dinner table with my kids. But when they come back, they long for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They long for it. I can't wait to eat at the table, have a nice meal, and sit and laugh and tell great stories and maybe break out a game when it's all over.
Yeah.
Right. And that's, to me, that's family. You know, you can talk about how rich you are and wealthy. That's wealth.
That is. You're right.
That's wealth.
Yeah. Yeah. I love what you just said because we've done the same thing at my house, and we can talk about anything. And I think early on I had to kind of push the envelope on the topics. And I'll never forget a couple of years ago, we're sitting there, we've got 2 in high school, 1's in middle school, and there's things that are going on in the community and whatnot.
Sure.
And I'll never forget, I looked over at Gavin and I said, Gavin, do you know what a condom is?
Yes, but I don't want to tell you, Dad.
He's in middle school. And all he did was he goes, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
And it wasn't, I don't know, but he was going, don't talk about it.
Here, Dad.
We went
I'm
too
not
far.
here.
We went too far. But I've pushed that envelope because there are times where they want to discuss things and they're like, he's already brought it up. He's already talked about stuff. It's kind of, pushes the envelope a little bit.
The uncomfortable is really important.
It is.
If you think your middle schoolers aren't seeing drugs, if you think your middle schoolers aren't talking about sex or somebody around them is, all of those things, you got to do it early.
You do. That's right.
Earlier the better.
Yeah.
If you don't think 3rd grade's it, well, you better do it by 4th.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we live in a high socioeconomic area.
Yeah.
And not all the kids and not all the parents are the same as you and I. Yeah. And, not to shed any negativity towards anybody, but your responsibility is those people that you raised. Mm-hmm. And your responsibility is to teach them all of those things that are very scary in this world, right? The things that you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, it's not real world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real world is right here sitting across from me, and I will answer all of these questions.
That's right.
I'll even be completely honest about my life. Because guess what? We're not perfect.
No.
We've all done a lot of dumb things in our life and made bad choices.
That's right.
We are not here to tell you that we're the parents that are perfect, because I am nowhere near that. No. But I can also tell you, you're just having a really good time at a fraternity party, and somebody has a pill.
Yeah.
You need to understand what could be in that pill.
Yeah.
And those are scary moments for anybody to talk to their kids about. But you better.
You have to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Well, it kind of leads me to how we met, and that is through Harrison baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does Harrison baseball mean to you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the broader picture is what Harrison means, right? And you kind of break it down. So, fun fact, my wife was the first graduating class from Harrison High School, right? So she's back in the homestead of Kennesaw, Georgia. We live less than a mile away from my in-laws, which we love, Sunday dinners, all those wonderful things.
Yeah.
But Harrison as a community means so much. Because it is our community. It's where we live. Yeah. It's where we pray. It's where we hang out with friends. It's part of your life. And then you break it down into a smaller ecosystem, which is Harrison baseball. And I remember, I moved out here. My daughter turned 3 years old. We moved out to Harrison, and I came kicking and screaming because Harrison, Kennesaw was not the center of life, in the early 2000s, but we needed to be closer to family. We were living in Roswell, starter home, Craig came, and it was like, okay, we're busting out of this house. And we're looking all over the place. And finally, it was just like, why are we trying to find all these places?
Yeah.
My in-laws live in Kennesaw, Georgia. I live in Roswell. It takes me an hour to go see them on a Saturday or a Sunday to go eat with them. Why don't we just move next door? And we did. And no looking back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you realize very quickly this is a rich area from a standpoint of not wealth, but just community. I'm lucky. I live in Burn Hickory Registry. It's a great community.
Yeah.
I'm friends with tens of 20s, 30s families in that neighborhood that look after my kids.
Yeah.
that look after my kids and are part of my community. And when you talk about Harrison baseball, this one it was in our DNA, right? It was in our DNA. Adam Poe, who was a great baseball player at Harrison, played it with you at South Carolina. Yeah. You know, it was always probably in Craig's mind that no matter what, he was going to follow up with what, quite frankly, Adam did at Harrison and go play baseball. Yeah. And, you know, we were kind of talking about some of the things that we did not go through this with a fine tooth comb, but we were kind of talking about some of these topics beforehand. And I think there was probably a big weight on Craig's shoulders when he entered into the baseball season. And the way that we've looked at this, and this is some advice to parents that are listening that have kids in middle school or grade school, or even thinking about maybe they're trying out for the Harrison team this week. Yeah. We always looked at it as little bitty goals. Never too much, right? When you're in 14, you're not thinking about college. You're thinking about making that Harrison team.
That's right.
And that was always what we were trying to do, is little incremental ups from where you thought you were. And I remember summer going into Craig's freshman year, he played up on a 16U team over at East Cobb. And it was the greatest thing he ever did. And I remember we were mad. And we were playing for Coach Dennis, who was obviously a long time at our rival North Paulding, and he obviously had the 15U Astros, and Craig was playing on that team, and he moves up to the 16Us and plays that summer, and we were like, wait, he's only 14. Yeah. And we were nervous. Well, he goes and he has a great season. But it prepared him for going into high school, because now he has to face 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds.
Right.
And it wasn't as scary as seeing the catcher that stands up who's 6'7", right? Who's a grown man with a beard. Yeah. And he's like, I've seen this before. Yeah. And it was always those incremental growth moments that you never look too far past. If you look too far past, I think subconsciously you've kind of missed the mark. You never know, right? I mean, you might have the greatest shortstop ever when he's 9. Well, guess what? Everybody grows up around him. Yeah. Having these true goals that are measurable and being able to move up was always kind of our philosophy. When he was 14, we weren't thinking he was going to college to play baseball. Yeah. It really wasn't until the very end. It was like, I guess you're going to go play college baseball. And then he's like, no, Dad, I'm going to go play Division I college baseball. And you're like, okay, buddy. Okay. But again, okay, you made the team. Yeah. But, are you going to play? Yeah. And those are another incremental goal. It's like, well, yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to figure this thing out. And you just got to give these little things. If you put too much pressure on yourself, or that student athlete that you have, one, make good grades. That's your goal. You're a student first. You're an athlete second.
That's right.
Make good grades.
Yeah.
You're not going to get to this until you did that work in high school to make those good grades, because they're not going to look at you unless you have a 3.5 or above. Yeah. You're playing baseball.
Yeah.
You're not a tight end.
No.
No offense. So you got to make those grades so that you can stay on this path. And then these incremental, now I'm going to play. Now I'm going to be better. Now I'm going to get into 90. Now I'm going to throw 93. Yeah. And I'm going to do those little things like gaining 25 pounds or 22 pounds in the off season to get that velocity up, and do it the right way so that you're not losing speed and you're not losing flexibility and all of those things that get you to that next mark. And it's so important. We talked about this. What would you say to grade school or high school kids? All these things that we talked about, all the health and staying fit, the eating as an athlete. Yeah. It's so important, eating the right things to fuel that body. Yeah. And I would just lay on Craig, you gotta have another protein shake. Now he realizes, like, I know what you're doing. Yeah. I know what you're doing. And now I actually have a true strength and conditioning coach and a nutritionist that is looking at my intake. Yeah. That I know if I have 5,000 calories and 200 grams of protein, I'm probably at the end of this week going to gain a pound. Yeah. Yeah. It's just math. And you do it.
And he did. And it was incremental.
Yeah, it's incremental.
Just
too much is too much.
It's again, a minute ago we talked about it, mastering the mundane.
Absolutely.
Day after day. And it is a balance or a homeostasis.
Yep.
It's finding that, how does it work for me?
Yes.
But each day I'm working towards a goal.
Yeah.
You know, you guys came into Harrison baseball first and foremost through kind of a legacy connection or through the royal family, and that was the Silver Fox and Adam Poe.
Yeah.
Because the Silver Fox and my dad worked on that field.
Yeah. Built it.
They did.
Yeah.
They stayed there until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when we brought new sand dirt mix in to actually fix
the roof on and the electrical,
everything.
all of
I mean, they were out there. I mean, he would have to go fly, and then he'd come back, and then he was there. But these men, these dads, worked their butts off for this baseball program.
100%.
And now, 35 plus years later, we have these kids that are enjoying it, who are putting in their hard work as well, blood, sweat, and tears, blood and guts. And it is a program that's generational.
100%.
And it's beautiful to see how it's been blessed by the Lord and the hard work of many people.
I love when Craig comes home for a break and it's, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm going up to Harrison. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm calling, I'm whoever, Nick Yarbrough and whoever, and Colin White, and Ben, and all those guys go right back up there, the same indoor, the same field, and they go, and to me, that's awesome.
And that's what we want as coaches. We want these guys to come back.
Absolutely.
This is a family. Yeah. This isn't you came through your 4 years, you're done, see you later. It's please keep coming back. Absolutely. We want you here. And that's the thing, we keep asking for more people to come back, even ones who were there years ago. Just come back, watch games, come back. We'll have alumni stuff coming up this season. We had alumni hitting on the field a couple of years ago, and that was so much fun to see a bunch of guys come and pull back muscles and everything else.
I was about to say, did you have an orthopedic surgeon
that's right.
and a physical therapist?
So, but I think that's the other part too, is, seeing you and Craig coming to the church, worshiping, and, the Lord has blessed us in many ways.
Absolutely.
And, I would be remiss if I didn't say, when I was looking at this passage of Hebrews 12:11, for the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. You can't help but think of the good news of Christ, who went to the cross and died on the cross, and it was painful. And yet he was securing eternal life, which is pleasant for us, right? And see, you think about what he's done, and then his death, his burial, and then his resurrection, and he has secured it for us. If we're saved by grace, now we can go live by that jet fuel of grace, God's grace through Christ, and we can go serve people like you're doing. And that's why I think your job and vocation is a picture of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You're serving every day. And Jesus says in Mark 10:45, he came not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Your son has exhibited the exact same behavior, mindset, disposition, propensity that you do. He was there at Harrison serving others, lifting them up, building them up. He's doing the same thing at Georgia Southern. And when he comes back home in the indoor, he does the same thing. What a blessing. Same thing for your wife. Obviously, I've known her for a long time, and she's had that same kindness and disposition, and you're just so thankful to be in a community like this with people like you. Can you believe it's almost been an hour that we've been sitting here talking? No, it doesn't. It's gone by quick. As we bring this to a close, is there anything else that kind of stands out from our discussion, or anything else that may come to mind?
Well, I think the last part is so important. When you just talk about doing everything that you do throughout the day. You have a phrase that I just absolutely love that you say often in church, and that's live in Christ. And I love that so much because as you're going through life, you forget a lot. You know, you're in your car, you're in your mind, you're listening to a podcast, somebody cut you off in Atlanta traffic.
Yeah.
And you have a moment right then to go to the negative.
Yeah.
Or they just need to get there.
That's right.
Life goes on.
That's it.
Like live in Christ. And to me, I really value that because I think it makes you reflect on a daily basis. And you're not always perfect.
No.
Even after you do go negative, and you go, live in Christ. That wasn't the right thing to do. Right? That wasn't the right thing to do. That really wasn't me.
Yeah.
And you stop and you reflect. And I think those are the moments that are so important because that to me is life. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get that sale that day. Wasn't a great candidate. Okay, life goes on.
Yeah.
I could be mad.
Right.
I could be upset. Right. Next one, you know, and the next one, I've done it. I go to some patients' homes, and they're not so great areas. And I could have preconceived, judged that person.
Oh, yeah.
Or I could have walked into that door and met the greatest person that I've ever met in my entire life.
That's right.
And I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I've called my wife, and I'll go, I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I feel terrible that I looked at the address. I'm in Southwest Atlanta or wherever.
Yeah.
And I judged that person, and I have no idea who that was.
Yeah.
And when I hit that door, I stopped for a second. I reflected, and I walked in, and I had a totally different disposition, and I let it all in.
Yeah.
And I walked out with a miracle. Because you met somebody that changed your life, and you probably changed theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, hugging them at the end and going, this is the great, I think I'm going to go walk to my mailbox today. I haven't walked to my mailbox to get the mail in like 2 years. And you go, great, take a video and show me.
Yeah.
Take a video and show me.
Yeah.
You know, let me know. I want to hear about the good. That to me is like, that's the best part of, I think, your message. And that it definitely resonated with me. It's just to be conscious every day of living in Christ.
Yeah. Peter says, clothe yourselves, all of you, with humility. And we're all made in his image and likeness. And if we're made in God's image and likeness, all of us, then isn't it an opportunity to meet another person who has that imprinted mark of God on them? And what a blessing. So, well, Ryan, thank you for taking this time. I really appreciate it. And for those who are watching, we appreciate you tuning in. We're praying for you. Please pray for us. As we always say, we need multiple exposures to the gospel. Think on these things. God bless.